Congratulations, because you actually clicked on a video that is actually good for you. You need to go all in on yourself. Every single action that you have done has allowed you to become right here, right now, listening to me talk. Here's what actually helped me go all in on myself and destroying all the fear and uncertainty that's been holding me back. I'm 19, and up until this summer, up until me creating this, I've been watching other people win. I've been watching other people go after their dreams, live fulfilling lives. I always had this need to do something, this need to accomplish something, but it was covered up by all these distractions, these social media apps that were covering my true potential, my true identity. Last night I changed my major from engineering to marketing, and that was definitely a huge step to go all in on myself. I was very hesitant. A year ago I would have just made fun of someone who switched to marketing, it's unemployment. But I actually found that passion through action. Your passion, your purpose is not found. It doesn't just fall into your lap. Passion and purpose is built. It's built through trial and error, doing things over and over again, getting outside your comfort zone. And I got outside of my comfort zone trying this business. I always wanted to create a social media account. I always wanted to influence other people. And I actually went for it. I would always wait for the right time to do it. And I just went for it. Then I found my purpose. Then I found my passion. And now everything is starting to align. The only way to actually go all in on yourself is that you need to actually trust yourself and believe that you actually belong to where you want to be. Okay, a lot of people just go after the dream, just hard work. But the people who actually were successful, the people who actually got successful, didn't do it by just butting their head over and over again. They did it by true belief. Part of it is letting go. It's letting go of the uncertainty. It's letting go of comfort. But the number one thing is to have actual belief in yourself, that you belong where you want to be. You have things that you have to work on, okay? You're not a perfect human. No one is perfect. But those problems can only be solved by going all in, not wishing for it to be solved. I want you to imagine that you're in a car, right? And you're going down the lane, and this is the life. This is your life right now. You're going down this lane, and there's two lanes. There's two different ways to go down. Which one are you going to choose? Okay, standing there will do nothing. Standing still, waiting for something to happen, you will go nowhere. There's no point in just standing still. You need to go all in on one path. Okay, the path goes this way, and the path goes this way. You have to go all in on one or the other. You cannot go halfway. You will just end up in a completely different place. But if you go all in on one path, then that is how you succeed. And if it doesn't work out, then reroute. I want you to think about the path that you're on right now. Would your evolved identity, would the future version of yourself that you want to become be doing this right now? Okay, the only way to actually become the person that you want to be is by being that person right now. The more you embody your future identity, the more your brain will catch up, your subconscious mind will catch up, and you will always act like this. If you were yourself from tomorrow, what would you want the version of you right now to do? That's it. You don't have to think super long term. Just think one day. Imagine you're your version of yourself tomorrow. How would you make yourself proud? Imagine laying in bed. Imagine feeling that regret that you could have actually done more. You need to empty your energy clip. You need to give it all and go all in on yourself. You need to make your future version of yourself proud. Going all in on yourself is not an easy thing to do. But it can be easy if you have this mindset, okay? Because fear and uncertainty are the main things that are holding you back from going all in on what you actually want. But fear and uncertainty don't exist because we created these things. Okay, every negative thought is something that humans created. We didn't come here with these negative thoughts. We only came here with positive thoughts, with a purpose. Every single person has an evolved identity inside of them. But the only way to actually go all in is to just disregard fear and uncertainty. Because fear and uncertainty are things that we choose to feel. If you're completely relaxed, there's no way you can be anxious. There's no way you can be uncertain if you're just relaxed, letting life happen, go all in on yourself, and just letting life happen, just taking spontaneous action. That is how you eliminate fear and uncertainty. You're gonna fail. You need to accept failure. Okay, failure is different from pain. I feel like this is a realization that I had recently. I've been trying to train myself to feel pain, cold showers, going to the gym, but that pain is predictable. But going all in, picking one lane and going all in is unpredictable. It is scary. Growth is scary. But to overcome that is making small little decisions that are uncertain. Talking to a new person, trying a new machine at the gym, learning something new. The more you stack these little habits of discomfort, then you can actually tackle those big issues. Then you can tackle those big leaps, which will kill the fear and uncertainty, which don't exist. You have one shot at this life and then it's over. I don't think people truly understand that. Like, you will die in like 60 years. You have one shot. Why would you sit in fear and uncertainty? Why would you sit there? Why would you stand still when there's 2 lanes that you can go down and then you'll be just laying on your deathbed wishing that you took action, wishing that you disregarded fear and uncertainty. So why would you feel this way? Why would you do that to your future self?